Magic fans, welcome back to the Six-Man Show Postgame Live presented by Rock'em. And for the sixth straight time, we check in with our live show after a Magic W. This time it's on the road. Magic win 109-99 in Phoenix, a place that has not been kind to this team over the last many years. But doesn't matter. Tonight, they find a way to win yet again and again hold their opponent to under 100 points for the sixth straight game. Wow. Lots of guys stepped up tonight. Obviously, Franz was great, but Goga was terrific. Anthony Black was outrageous, and overall, the team with a solid performance, a good way to start this West Coast road trip. Welcome to the show. My name's Kevin. Glad you're here. If this is your first time hanging out with us, welcome. We're the Six-Man Show. We put out Orlando Magic content all the time. Doesn't matter if it's a 7 o'clock home game or a 9 p.m. Eastern game in Phoenix, Arizona, where we do live shows at 11:30 p.m. Eastern on a Monday. Doesn't matter. We're here for it. We're big Orlando Magic fans, and if you're a Magic fan, welcome. Glad you're here. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Whether you're new or you've been here a long time, definitely hit the like button on the stream. Always appreciated. This show is brought to you by Rock'em. Rock'em's the world's largest sock store. I got to show off these stuffed socks. If you didn't see in the last episode, take a look at these. These things are fire. Best mascot in basketball, in sports, if you ask me. These things are amazing. I'm also undefeated when we wear them, or when I wear them. So check them out at rock'em.com. And you can get all kinds of fun stuff there. Not just Magic stuff, but other sports teams as well, plus even non-sports stuff. It is the holiday season, so if you want to buy something for a family member, loved one, coworker, whatever, just use this code MAGIC20. It'll get you 20% off your order at rock'em.com. Again, 20% off your order at rock'em.com. Use that code MAGIC20, and it helps out the Six-Man Show a lot as well. So definitely big shout-out to our friends at Rock'em. Magic win again. What a streak this team is on. It's hard to believe. Think about how down bad we were, losing 5 in a row after Paolo goes out. Now we've turned around. Not only have we matched that, we've wiped it away with the 5 in a row. Now we've surpassed it with 6 in a row. So let's go. Let's check out some super chats to start off the night. Luis Rosario, one of our patrons. We just had our Hall of Fame and Elite Tier Patreon Zoom call tonight. Got to talk with Luis there. He also sends a super chat. Says Goga push-ups in the paint tonight. That was a hilarious moment and an awesome moment. You can't hurt Goga. Like, it's impossible, sort of. And then he says, play the song, which it's hard to believe. For the sixth straight game, we get to play the song. Yeah. Let's go. Thank you so much for that super chat. We got another one here from David S. Says Mose has to be the favorite for Coach of the Year right now. The way this team has rebounded after losing 5 in a row is incredible. The bias in me agrees. However, as long as Cleveland isn't losing, I think Kenny Atkinson's probably going to be in the driver's seat for that one, just especially because his team was not this good last year. And they didn't change anything except for the head coach. So Kenny Atkinson's in the driver's seat. But eventually, Cleveland's going to fall back down to earth. And then I think Coach Mosey will be in the conversation. But right now, it is Kenny Atkinson's to lose. That's for sure. Long way to go, obviously. Thank you for that super chat, David. And then we have Michael Martin says, a makeshift big three. Franz, AB, and Goga. Look at that. Guys are down. Doesn't matter. Other guys step up. Huge shout out to Goga. Okay? Goga has been sensational this entire stretch, but tonight, especially again in that first half, he had 15 points. Kind of invisible in the second half, which, whatever. But that first half, 15 points, he was just dominant. Loved seeing what he was doing. And also, obviously, still loved the defense. It's great. Anthony Black, man. Wow. 20 points, 9 assists, 3 steals, 3 of 5 from 3, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. The dude was a monster. He has been somewhat inconsistent this season, right? He's had some amazing games. He's had some pretty rough games. One of the things that Jonathan and I talked about before the season started is we Magic fans need to probably treat this Anthony Black season like a rookie season, which means it's going to have some highs. It's going to have some lows. Because of last season, the fact that he got such inconsistent playing time, you got to treat this like a rookie season because now he's finally getting consistent playing time, finally playing with the same group of guys every single night. And so that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the inconsistencies. However, he has had so many nights like tonight where he has been so good. It's awesome. He was so good tonight. And then obviously we can't not talk about Franz. Still the leader of this team right now with Paolo out. Drops 32 on efficient 50% from the field, 50% from the free throw line or from the 3-point line. Adds in 5 boards, 8 assists. Just good stuff from Franz. Now, is Phoenix missing a lot of guys? Yeah. Magic lucked out on this one when it comes to injuries, right? Kevin Durant out, Nurkic out, Beal out. There was one other guy who's out as well. So, and then also, was the second night of a back-to-back for Phoenix? Was not for the Magic. However, we'll take all of the help that we can get at this point. Magic get their second road win of the season. Again, 109-99. Why are there 225 of you here? You guys, what are you guys doing? You should be in bed right now. Go to sleep. Just kidding. Glad you're here. I did not expect this many people here. This is a late night broadcast. So usually our numbers go down when we have these late night West Coast road trips, but not tonight. People are excited about this team. Nick Monks with a super chat says, great win, but saw scrambling to close out a lot. Okay, yeah, a couple things that I think if we were playing a healthy Phoenix team or a lot of other teams in the NBA would have potentially cost us the game, right? First off, I agree with you. Scrambling on closeouts. A lot of guys had open looks. And then the offensive rebounding for Phoenix, some of it was kind of fluky. Like there were a lot of weird loose balls and stuff that happened to go Phoenix's way, but some of it was just lack of focus and attention to detail and sometimes effort, which is pretty rare for this team. But freaking Phoenix, man, how many second chance points did they end up having? It was like over 20 last I saw. I've lost my second chance points. Let me see just offensive rebounds then. How about that? Offensive rebounds. They had 16 offensive rebounds, the Phoenix Suns did. Yikes. That's never good. So yeah, those two things could have really hurt the Magic if they were playing a different level of competition. But fortunately for them tonight, they were playing a very hurt and tired Phoenix Suns, which ultimately didn't really matter. Magic win, which we'll take it. All right, chat, let's see what you got. Warp 10 says Grayson Allen rivals Tyler Hero for most punchable face in the league. Just looking at that guy raises my blood pressure. Yeah, he's not my favorite player, let's be honest. Very he has a bad reputation for dirty play, right? Was his play on KCP dirty? I didn't think it was. Did his reputation play into the reaction that Anthony Black had? Maybe. I don't know. We got another super chat here. Shahin says 200 plus people. One of us maniacs. Yeah. All maniacs. Oh, you're saying one of us. One of us. That's right. 230 of you here now. All of you are Magic Maniacs because only the true wildest, wackiest Magic Maniacs will be hanging out here again at 11:41 on a Monday night on a YouTube live stream after a Magic victory. So glad everybody is here. Definitely appreciate it. Means a lot. Really quick before I go to the rest of the chat, since we have this many people here, I want to let everybody know about a programming note. All right, for Wednesday, okay? Magic are still out west, 10:30 tip-off, all that whole thing. Wednesday night is when we typically record the six-man show. So what we're going to do for Wednesday's post-game live, it's going to be like a hybrid between the six-man show podcast and the six-man show post-game live. It's going to be a live, basically, episode of the six-man show where we'll still go to the chat. We'll still do all the things like this. It'll just be a little bit different format. It'll be me and Jonathan doing normal six-man show flow stuff, but also getting the chat involved. That way we don't have to do a live show and then record the podcast because then it'll be freaking, 3 a.m. by the time we're done with that. So going to be a late night. If you're a sicko, it's going to be up for that. Please tune in for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. If not, I certainly do not blame you if you watch it on Thursday when you wake up the next day because again, these 10:30 tip-offs are rough. And then when we do the shows after, it gets crazy. So anyway, that's a programming note for you on Wednesday. Regardless, we're still going to be here. Win, lose, doesn't matter. 10:30 after the game, 10:30 Wednesday, 10:30 Thursday, back-to-back late nights. It's going to be lit. It's going to be fun. Anyway, let's go back to the chat here. I'm Jovi says, all-star him. We know he's talking about Franz. Franz is in elite company. If you watched or listened to today's episode of the Six Man Show, Jonathan went through a crazy stat, several crazy stats about Franz's run right now, and he's just elite. He's right up there with Jokic and Doncic, and I don't remember who the other player was in that. Jason Tatum maybe was the other guy in that list. I don't remember. He's up there with the best of them right now. He's playing elite basketball, and he's freaking amazing. Matthew says, Jonathan Isaac closes the game equals we win. More often than not. It's kind of how it goes. Ace the Baller says, we might have set a record in missed rebounds. Yeah, it was pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. Lots of people saying play the song. Love that. Only Franz says, great birthday present. Happy birthday, Only Franz. Glad that Magic could deliver a lovely birthday present for you on this night. We've now hit 250 of you here. You guys are crazy. What in the world, man? Play the song. 6 consecutive games, baby, says Rom. Thank you so much. Janine, our friend, says, great way to start the road trip. Held the Suns under 100, 6 in a row. Play the song. Absolutely. Freddie says, AB was hooping tonight. He was awesome. He was awesome. Doc with a nickname for AB instead of AB says A Beast. I like that. That's pretty awesome. Nikki Nunu says Paolo has more wins from the bench than 8 actual NBA head coaches. That is hilarious. That's amazing. What a stretch this has been for this team in the absence of Paolo. We got a super chat from us, the Six Man Show. It's Jonathan. He says, drop a like for Franz Wagner. Hey, if nothing else is worth a like, it's Franz Wagner, all right? He is quite literally carrying this team to 6 consecutive victories, which we love to see. Chris D says, remember people saying we needed Tyus Jones when we had AB sitting on the bench? Yeah, me too. Go Magic. Play that freaking song. Great road win. Here's the thing. If you sign a guy like Tyus Jones, it potentially puts AB in the third unit, which means, he doesn't get as much opportunity to develop. And so, obviously, Magic front office trusted AB to become the backup guard this year, and it's worked out really, really well. Now, could Tyus Jones be the third string guard that kind of plays like Cole Anthony, Corey Joseph minutes right now? Oh, that'd be awesome. But yeah, super glad we've got AB. Obviously, a night like tonight, man, AB was great. Freddie says, Magic fan in LA. I'll be at both games this week screaming, play the song. Let's go, Freddie. Can't wait to hear that. Now, here's the deal. Obviously, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk about this at the end of the show. Lakers are hot. Clippers right now are winning. Last I saw. Let me see. Are they still beating? I've lost my mouse. Come back, mouse. There we go. Clippers are up by 11 over the Warriors at half, which is pretty crazy. Warriors are good. So we'll see how those games are. But yes, Freddie, cannot wait to hear you scream and play the song. Love that. All right, lots of people talking about AB, which is awesome. Sam, also a host of the Six Man Show Postgame Live, says 6 straight, baby. Let's go. Love that. Rex says, where did all the Franz slander go? It's a good question. If there were two things that people gave Franz a hard time for, number one was obviously 3-point shooting, and rightfully so. Abysmal 3-point shooter last season, right? The second one is the disappearing in big games, quote unquote, which I think is ludicrous. Like, did he have a couple bad games in a playoff series? Yes. He also had a couple like really stinking darn good games in that same playoff series. And so that slander is stupid. The shooting slander, I understand. However, to your point, the shooting slander has to go away now, right? Like we're deep. This is game number 15, I think, of the season. We're deep enough into the season to say it's gone away. The shooting slump has gone away, at least for now, which is awesome. Let's see. Goga the GOAT. Yep, lots of that. Weed and Boy says, I got 99 problems, but a win 8-1. Well, there you go. Love that. Doc 2 says, please hit the like. Yes, do it. Chris D says, time to conquer LA. Let's do it. Got another super chat here from Michael Martin. Says, we had this one. Not gonna lie, I was still aggravated. I totally understand that. At the end of this game, that once again, Magic had a lead, ranged anywhere from 10 to 15, pretty much most of that second half, until the last several minutes of this game. When Phoenix got it down, how low did they get it? Like 8, maybe? Something like that? With 3 or 4 minutes to go. I don't remember what it was. Magic just were not able to put the game away and let Phoenix get back into it. And Phoenix had several possessions where they could have gotten even closer. But, credit to the defense or credit to them missing shots, didn't let Phoenix fully get back into the game. But I'm with you. I wish this team would have been able to kind of put it away a little bit more definitively, if that makes sense, right? Like, I wish they could have done that. So I'm with you a little bit there. I was a little bit frustrated with how that game ended. Ty, Mr. TV, says, they thought we'd crumble. They thought we lay down and die. The poise down the stretch, love it. Team just keeps finding a way. We'll give them credit for the last minute, especially. They absolutely did put it away there in the last minute. And yeah, credit to them for just fighting for 48 minutes. Austin says 4:30 a.m. in the UK. You are a wacko. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, did you stay up late or get up early? That's the question. Thanks for tuning in, Austin. Appreciate that. Oh, Oliver. Yeah, I meant to talk about Tristan. Tristan with 6 assists. He was solid. Tristan da Silva was so good. Again, it's one of those games the casual NBA fans get to look at it and go, oh, 3 points on 1 of 5 shooting, 1 of 3 from the field. Wow, Tristan da Silva, not a great rookie. But if you watch the 26 and a half minutes that he played, or you can look at the 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and no turnovers, and solid defense, Tristan da Silva is very good. Very good. Solid is the best word for it, just like you said. He is solid. He's not going to cost you games. He's not going to single-handedly win you games, but he's going to contribute to winning. And that's what we've seen from him through this whole stretch with Powell being out. He has, in my opinion, completely played his way into the rotation. I do not know how. I don't see any way that Jamal Mosley can take him out of the rotation when Powell gets back. Like he's got to find a way. Got to find a way. Marcus, Detroit Pistons fan, man. I'm honestly, you're begging for attention, and I get it. You've been in all of our comments of our last several YouTube videos, which is helpful, by the way, to us. The more comments helps out the algorithm, so all your trolling and stuff actually helps us out and helps Orlando Magic fans out, so thank you. But you're gone. Get out of here. Bye. See you later. Clown activity. Jake Davis says, Goga's revenge. He's definitely on his revenge tour. Love to see that. Francisco, 1:35 a.m. Thank you, Magic. Let's go, Francisco. Glad you got a victory on this late night there in Brazil. Rex says, free throw airball was crazy. Facts. Wow. And it wasn't even like, usually when that happens, the room reacts, right? Like whether home or away. Like if it's home, obviously the fans go, or if it's away, the fans obviously go crazy. But even when it happens at home, there's normally like a groan. But that freaking, what do they call it? Footprint Center, whatever that building's called now. It was like a library there tonight. There was no reaction at all. Like the dude just airballed and everyone was just crickets. It was strange. Weird atmosphere there tonight, that's for sure. Thanks Praises says, would love Goga to remain as our starting center. Wendell is nice, but plays like a stretch 4-5 instead of a traditional big. There's always an argument, and I don't know the right answer. When I say argument, I mean it's like a legitimate debate, right? On the one hand, when you look at how this team is structured, you think the Magic need a stretch 5, right? Because shooting is such a struggle for this team, and spacing is such a struggle for this team that if you get a stretch 5, hopefully it can kind of space the floor a little bit more for Paolo and Franz to work. But then you see Goga do what Goga does. Goga's not a stretch 5. Instead, he's a rim protector. Usually a good rebounder, and obviously tonight he ends up with 10 rebounds. I'm not going to blame all the rebounding issues on him tonight. But he's not a stretch 5. And twice now in 2 seasons when Goga has started for significant number of games, the Magic have gone on significant win streaks. Is it anything? I don't know. It's definitely something. Daniel Berry says, defense wins championships. Let's go. Love that. Championship Foundation is absolutely there. Zach says, Green Goblins, baby. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Pretty funny. Destined for Greatness is the fact that Luke Sylvia is running through the streets shirtless somewhere. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think he is. Maybe someday we'll get that back. Yeah, I'm finally to the part of the chat where people are talking about our dear friend Marcus. Yeah, R.I.P. I'm not going to say his name again. Wasting my time and my breath. Character Wells says, no excuses for Phoenix. We controlled the game the entire time. We got guys out, and every team plays back-to-back. Good win. Yeah. Again, here's the thing. The Magic have, obviously, we have our own injury issues. We had a bunch of scheduling issues. Again, the gap between Friday's game against, who do we play? I already forgot. It's been so long. Philadelphia. Since we played Friday against Philadelphia and having an extra day off, 2 days off, this is the first time all season the Magic have had an extra day off. We're a month into the season, all right? So, yes, we had a brutal schedule. we finally have some days off now, which, by the way, it's only one day off because now we're right back to every other and a back-to-back and all that kind of stuff. But hey, it's the NBA schedule. It's the way it goes, right? A couple more notes from the chat here, and then we're going to go look at the box score. We're going to keep it right at 30 minutes tonight because it is creeping in on midnight. Let's see. Yeah, I'm Jovi says TDS throws so many dimes, underrated passer. Yeah, it's not just the six that he had 6 assists. Some of them were spicy. They were awesome passes. Nala says money laundering, referring to us super chatting ourselves. That's funny. Common says, love all Orlando fans being here after another amazing game. Facts. Again, there's still over 250 of you hanging out here, which is bonkers. I'm just saying, guys, I'm trying to remember the West Coast trip last year. We won the first game in Portland, and then we didn't play well, I think, the rest of it. I'm having a hard time remembering. Regardless, we did not have 250 people here after our late night game. So the fact that you guys are hanging out here, it just shows that the passion and love for this team is soaring right now. Obviously, a 6-game win streak helps. So thanks, everybody, for being here. This is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Peter Carlson says, Maddie made the highlight reel, but right before tip-off. Yes, Maddie World Peace, our dear friend and fellow host of the show. Once again, I mean, look, he's got a great face made for TV. You know, I understand why the broadcast always want to put him up there. Good-looking guy, big Magic fan, always going to give you great demonstrative Magic fan reactions. And so, yeah, it was pretty awesome to see him on there again. Love that. Philip says, Magic on fire right now. Let's keep this momentum going heading into Saturday night's matchup against Detroit at the Kia Center. Absolutely. We got this LA double Wednesday, Thursday. We got to focus on first. That's going to be tough. But would love to split those. If you can go 1-1 in LA, that'd be awesome. And then, yeah, let's go home and beat the Pistons on Saturday. All right, let's go to the box score. Let's see what we got over here. I've only looked at a couple of numbers, and so this will be fun. We already talked about Tristan da Silva. Again, scoring-wise, you're going to say, oh, he only scored 3 points. No. He was very impactful in this game. 6 assists. A bunch of them were really impressive. 5 boards as well. Great night for Tristan da Silva, if you ask me. I thought he was great. Franz is going to Franz. He's just kind of doing what he does right now, which is just carrying this team and looking so good doing it. 32 points for him, 5 boards, 8 assists, 12 of 24 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. That's 50% from the field, 50% from 3. You will take that every single stinking night. That dude was cooking. It was awesome. Goga, again, sensational first half, 15 points. Ends up with just 17 points on the night, but also adds 10 boards and 2 blocks. KCP goes 1 of 2 from 3. Okay, Kenny. Love to see that. 9 points for him, 2 assists in 34 minutes. Played good defense on Devin Booker when he was given the opportunity. Jalen Suggs tonight goes 2 of 7 from 3, so a little bit better than his game on Friday. Still not good, obviously, but ends up with 12 points, 2 boards, 1 assist, 2 blocks. Jalen loves those blocks. AB, we talked about him a lot, but he was just great. 20 points, 9 assists, 4 boards, 3 steals, 50% from the field, 60% from 3, 3 of 5 from 3, which is amazing. Love to see that. Rest of the bench unit, pretty quiet. Mo Wagner, 9 points for him. Just 12 minutes for him as well. When he was out there, he was able to do pretty much whatever he wanted around the rim, which happens sometimes. Mo Wagner is put in really good positions when the other team doesn't really have a shot blocker. Mo Wagner tends to feast on that, and so I kind of wish he actually got more shots tonight, but that's all right. And then Jonathan Isaac was the only other player on the bench to score. Ends up with 7 points, 3 of 6 from the field. Did not hit a 3. But also got 3 boards. And is that 3 blocks? Yes, it is. 3 blocks for him. So, let's see. That's just a 9-man rotation. Okay, it is 10. Okay. Well, Cole came in only for like 3.5 minutes. So it's basically a 9-man rotation tonight for the Magic, which is interesting. Typically, Jamal Mosley's been running 10. But tonight it was more like 9.2. A 9.2-man rotation. Pretty good stuff. Magic shoot 51% from the field. That's awesome. And 38% basically from 3. That's great. They go 80% from the line. That's fine. A lot of decent numbers offensively for the Magic tonight. They end up scoring 109 points, which is... This Magic team will take 109 points. And they only turn the ball over 10 times on the night, which is always going to be very impressive for this team. If you can stay under 14, 15, that's a really good number for this team. Oh, wait, before we do this, I want to see what Devin Booker ended up with. Booker ended up 5 of 14 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3 for 17 points. Yikes. Yeah, so this Suns team, with all their injuries, that's never going to be enough to win the game. It was Grayson Allen who really kind of kept them in it with his 4 of 9 from 3 for 17 points. All right, let's look at some team stats here. Did the Magic win every quarter? They won every quarter except for the fourth, which that makes sense. They outscored 38-26 in that second quarter. That's awesome. Love that. 50 points in the paint for the Magic, which is great. Led by as many as 19, which again is kind of what makes it a little bit stinky that they let the Suns at least sniff a comeback there in the fourth quarter, although they didn't really get to realize that. And again, only 10 turnovers for the Magic. That's awesome. Let's go back to the chat for a second. You guys have been very busy tonight, which always appreciate. Let's see here. Chris D says AB's ceiling is an all-star right along with Paolo. Yes, it's that high. I think it is. Peter says, what's wrong with KCP's elbow? It's a great question. I have no idea. We saw him having issues with it seemingly tonight. I haven't heard a word about it. It's going to be interesting to see if he shows up on the injury report tomorrow. But yeah, that was interesting. I haven't heard anything about that. Thanks, Praises, says Brian Windhorst with love for the Orlando Magic in regard to NBA Cup win probabilities between this and the Banchero interviews. It's great to see a little love from ESPN. Yeah, it's nice. When it comes to the NBA Cup, I mean, if the Magic win in Brooklyn, they aren't fully guaranteed a spot in the knockouts, but mathematically pretty close to a guarantee. And so it's easy to see why Brian Windhorst is feeling some things for the Magic in the NBA Cup. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, there's the yawning. There it is. Let's see. It says, keep the win, no excuses. LFG, Magic is crazy. Let's go. Love that. Blake says, thank you, Kev, for being here. Hey, it's my pleasure. Genuinely my pleasure, guys. This is so much fun. Love getting to celebrate wins with you guys. Love getting to cry over losses. Always a great time. Definitely appreciate this platform. Heck yeah, says, Kev going to be up till 3 a.m. Thursday. But seeing the Intuit Dome will fuel him. Hey, real ones know. Real ones know. You're a real one. Heck yeah, because you know I've been drooling over this Intuit Dome. If I didn't have this stupid surgery, I was going to go to the Magic's first game there, but whatever. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be up till 3 a.m. Thursday morning doing this show and the podcast and everything else. It's going to be great. But yeah, I'm excited for the LA double, especially because we're going into LA with a 6-game win streak. That's pretty exciting. Pretty stinking exciting. Character Well says, anyone catch how many Goga's points were tip-ins? I'm going to watch for that, and maybe the Big Tipper could be a new nickname for him. That's pretty funny. Big Tipper? I like that. Ty Mr. TV says, do you think Kevin Durant knows the song? Oh, that dude absolutely knows the song. He's got enough burner accounts in all social media platforms. He has seen the song many times, I am sure. Michael Canty says, Goga push-up monster. Love that. Chris D says, agreed, Luke. Early contender for Jam Hot Chicken Jam of the Week. Yeah, Luke was talking about that fast break pass to Franz. That was a nasty pass. And yes, lovely finish by Franz as well. You're right. That is a contender. Gonna have to write that one down. All right, let's take a look at the scores around the league. Some interesting ones tonight. The Eastern Conference continues to be the world's greatest mystery. Right now, Hawks Kings tied at 96 with 6 minutes to go. I'm gonna have to turn that one on as soon as we get out of here. Okay, the Warriors have come back. It's now just a 5-point game with 7 minutes to go in the third. Clippers, Warriors. Again, the Magic play the Clippers on Wednesday night. Yeah, tomorrow night now. We're officially crossed into Tuesday, everybody. Thanks for being here on this Tuesday morning. Final scores across the league tonight. Bulls beat the Pistons 122-112. Again, I don't know what the heck is going on in this Eastern Conference. I think the Bulls are terrible, and then all of a sudden they get a win, or I think the Pistons are okay, and then all of a sudden they lose to the Bulls. Like, I don't know who's good or who's bad. All I know is Nikola Vucevic had 29 and 12 tonight, which we all love to see. The Raptors destroy the Pacers. It's only an 11-point final score, but they were up by a lot more than that most of this game. Tyrese Halliburton continues to be a fraud, and so that's interesting. The Knicks, of course, beat the Wizards by a lot. That's no surprise. But then this game right here is the really wacky one. The Heat beat the Sixers 106-89. The Sixers have not played since we played them, so they were in Florida for 2 full days off. They go into Miami, and it absolutely pooped the bed. Paul George was bad. Joel Embiid was worse. The last I checked, before I got on here, I'm going to check this. Before we got on here and started this show, the Sixers had not, it had been over an hour, and the Sixers had not gone out for their post-game press conferences, which indicates there was some potentially serious conversations happening in the locker room. And yes, okay, so there was a team meeting, which sounds about right, according to Tim Reynolds. Team meeting for the Sixers, which if a team meeting is going to save you, you should have done that a while ago because you guys are drowning. And then this game was interesting too. Bucks, Rockets. If you haven't seen, go watch how this game ended. Rockets had a wide open Alperen Şengün for the win, and the pass was just way off. Couldn't find him, and they lost this game. So that was pretty crazy. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on those other ones. I think we had a super chat there while I was running my mouth. Yes, Alexander Miller says, I just want to say I was wrong about Franz. Bro really holding us down while P on the bench. Hope they both firing on all cylinders when P comes back. Hey, look. You got it. Wait, I think I have an applause sound here. Let's see what this sounds like. Yeah. Look, I always appreciate when someone owns up to making a mistake, making a bad call, making a rushed judgment. So kudos to you, Alexander Miller. First off, thank you for the super chat. But yeah, a lot of people, maybe we're wrong about Franz in some ways. A lot of people had his back this whole time. It's kind of a split thing, but kudos to you. And obviously all Magic fans, we are just pumped that Franz is who Franz is. Not just because he's carrying us right now in this stretch without Paolo, but because of the long-term possibilities and success for this team here. If we come over here to the NBA standings, I like to go to ESPN because they update theirs faster than NBA.com. Magic, after this win tonight, continue to hold the 3rd seed in the East, half game ahead of the Knicks, 2.5 games back of the Celtics. Now, tomorrow night, or tonight as we're listening to this, it's the big one, the biggest game of the season so far, which is kind of weird to say, but Cleveland goes to Boston for an NBA Cup game on TNT. That is going to be spicy. 15-0 Cleveland going into the house of the the reigning NBA champions, the Boston Celtics, who have had a couple really bad losses at home this season. So they are very beatable, and the Cavs so far have been unbeatable. That's going to be entertaining for sure. But hey, if the Cavs win that game, the Magic can just be 2 games back of the Celtics for the 2 seed, or vice versa, If the Celtics win, then the Magic are only 5.5 back of the 1 seed. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But yeah, nice, comfortable lead for the Magic over teams like Philadelphia. They got a 6-game lead over Philadelphia right now. It was pretty wild. Pretty wild. Heck yeah says, who's more cooked, Bucks or Sixers? I thought it was the Bucks, but I don't know now. I don't know. Sixers are a absolute dumpster fire. Toe Life says, I owe Franz an apology, not going to lie. I appreciate that. Always love to see that. Ty says, a lot of us owe Franz an apology. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Character Will says, I don't owe Franz an apology, but there were moments of doubt creeping in from time to time. Absolutely. And again, when it comes to his shooting, I think that was pretty valid for anyone that was questioning the shooting, because he had a whole year, a calendar year of poor shooting from Franz. But hey, all's well that ends well. He has absolutely turned it around. Again, want to remind you guys, Wednesday's show, it's going to be a nice hybrid show. You're going to get the 6-Man Show Postgame Live mixed in with the 6-Man Show podcast. Myself and Jonathan will be on that one live here after the game against the Clippers on Wednesday. That game tips off at 10:30, which means we'll be live around 1. It's going to be absolute late night chaos and madness, but I hope you'll join us for it. Again, win, loss, doesn't matter. We'll be here. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Magic win again. Can they do it again on Wednesday? We'll find out. Let's go Magic.